Hi, welcome to English class. My name is Uriel. So the topic today is the teacher plays, okay? So the teacher plays or a play is a piece of writing that is a present dialogue like a short story or novel. Also, it has a setting, character, and even symbolism. However, that way in which they are present to the audience is different because, unlike a short story or novel, the play is meant to be performed in front of an audience. Okay, this is the teacher plays. Okay, the plays are not written and powers like a novel or short story, so it means they are writing as lines or dialogue in the form of a script. Okay, for example, you can see in this example from Les Wingstrom and Francie Menon, Loretta the Ladybug, that the characters are told exactly what to say for the dialogue. For example, in this case, the narrator says Loretta was a red and black ladybug. She was a friendly bug. Children played with Loretta with her curled up and down their arms. She was the favorite of the children because she was so friendly, okay? This is the script, okay, of the story. So, in addition to dialogue, a script will also include the stage direction. For example, in this case, the reading took place in a park where Loretta walks and talks with different animals. Okay, so the stage is a park in this case. Okay, in this story, the stage is a park. Okay, also it's important to mention that in the dialogue in a script, the playwright will often include a cast of characters, and usually each character, both major and minor, is listened alongside a brief description of the character wrote in the story. In this example, you can see that Loretta is the main character, and each character is described in relation to her. For example, Loretta, the ladybug, is the main character of the story in this case. The next one character is narrator, right? Is who explains the story. Miss Worm is the friend of Loretta. Yellow Dog also is a friend of Loretta. And a small group of children, they are friends with Loretta. Okay? Okay, the teacher is divided into categories. In this case, romance, comedy, musical, horror, and drama, and finally tragedy. Okay? First, the romance. The general romance in this genre tells a story of relationship and romantic love between two people. For example, in this case, Romeo and Juliet. Okay? Another one, the comedy genre is a genre about ordinary people characterized by humor and has a happy ending. For example, in this case is Fat Pig. Okay? This is the teacher plays. Okay? Another one is the musical. In this genre tells a story using a mixture of dialogues, songs, and dance routines. Okay, for example, the Rent. Okay, this is a place or teacher place. Okay, another one is the horror. And this genre, the horror is intended to scare by inducing feelings of terror. For example, The Exorcist in this case is this exercise. Okay. So the next one is the drama genre. That it's a genre with real life situations use characters in conflict. For example, in this case, is the Steel Magnolias. Okay, this is a theater play, and so that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next. Thank you. Hi students, welcome to the English class. My name is Uriel. So in this video we are talking about the monologues, okay? So you wonder that what is a monologue, okay? In this video I explain what is a monologue, okay? In theater, a monologue is a speech presented by a single character, most often to express their mental doubts aloud, okay? So doubt sometimes also to directly address another character or the audience. Also, the monologues are common across the range of dramatic media, plays, or films. Okay, so as well as in non-dramatic media such as poetry, monologues share much in common with several other kinds of literature. Okay, for example, the monologues are similar to poems in that they involve one voice speaking, but there are differences between them. For example, a character relates his or her doubts and feelings to him, herself, and to the audience without address any of the other character. Okay, and a monologue is the doubts of a person spoken out loud. Okay, so from Renaissance theater, monologue generally focus on character cues, extend speech to person, their dramatic needs, and postmodern theater, on the other hand, often embraces the post-performative aspect of the monologue. Okay, so how is monologue expressed? The monologue can be expressed in the following form. Okay, the first is the first person, okay? And the next one is the narrative and active, okay? This is a how is monologue expressed, okay? Okay, I explain the first person. In this part, the monologue involve a character express their doubt so that the audience can witness experience that would otherwise be mostly internal, okay? Also, a monologue can involve one character speaking to another character, okay? And another one is narrative monologue and active monologue, okay? The first one is narrative monologue. In the narrative monologues, simply involve a character telling a story and can often be identified by the fact that they are in the past tense, okay? So for the next one is the active monologue. Okay, in this monologue, a character is used their speech to achieve a clear goal. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thanks for watching and thanks for your attention. Okay, see you in the next students. Hi students, welcome to English class. My name is Uriel. So in this video, we are talking about the comparatives. Okay. You wonder that what is the comparatives? The comparative we use when compared to things or people, okay? For example, Michael is taller than Chelsea, okay? In this sentence, we compare two people, okay? Michael and Chelsea, okay? Michael is big and Josie is small, okay? And the sentence says Michael is taller than Josie, okay? Another example is Selena Quintanilla is more beautiful than Becky G, okay? On this sentence, we compare two people, okay? Selena Quintanilla and Becky G. Imagine that Selena Quintanilla is more beautiful than Becky G, okay? Okay, the first rule about comparative in this part, we usually add er to one syllable words to make comparative. For example, clean, cleaner. In these adjectives, we add er, okay? Er. Clean, cleaner than, old, older than, okay? In these adjectives, the same. Old, older than, okay? For example, Monterrey is cleaner than Mexican City, okay? The cathedral is older than museum, okay? The second rule about comparative is consonant when the adjective has consonant plus vowel plus consonant, we add er plus than, okay? For example, big, bigger than, hot, hotter than, okay? And in a sentence, use Canada is bigger than Mexico, okay? Canada is bigger than Mexico. Another example is Mexico is hotter than England, okay? The third rule about comparative is if an objective if an objective ends on if, we add er, okay? For example, the objective is safe. In this objective, we add er. For example, safe, than, large, than, okay? And in a sentence, is New York is safer than Mexican City. And another example is Mexico City is larger than Madrid. Okay? Another rule about comparatives is if an adjective ends in a consonant, add J. Okay? For example, in this part, replace letter J for R. Okay? For example, bossy, busier than pretty, prettier than, and in a sentence, write that New York is busier than Texas. This building is prettier than the tower, okay? Another rule is with more. We use more to make comparatives for two syllables, adjectives, and for all adjectives with three or more syllables, okay? For example, expensive has four syllables. X, pound, ship, pen, okay? Has four syllables, okay? In this part, we use more. For example, expensive, more expensive than, or interesting, okay? More interesting than, okay? And in a sentence, for example, is Monterrey is more expensive than Mexican City, okay? Or Mexico City is more interesting than Buenos Aires, okay? Another one is with irregular adjectives. What is irregular adjectives? The irregular adjective in this adjective change completely, okay? For example, good, better, bad, worse, far, further, okay? And at then, okay? In this case, we add than. Okay. For example, the weather in Tokyo is better than in Mexico City. The traffic in Mexico is worse than in London. Okay. That's all for this video and thanks for watching. Thank you for your attention and see you in the next students. Thank you. Hi everybody, my name is Uriel. So in this video we're talking about the superlatives, okay? So what is a superlative? The superlative adjectives are used to make a comparison of three or more things, people or actions that expressing that superiority of one thing, person or action which has the highest. Okay? So for example, red car is the fastest in the group. This means that this red car is the fastest of all, okay? And the structure is the following. Subject, red car, verb, is, particular, the, and the adjective in this case is fast, and we add else, okay? Fastest, plus object in the verb, okay? Okay, we use superlative when using short words that has one syllable. We add particular D plus adjective and we add else. Okay. So for example, fast, fastest. Okay. We add else. Okay. Fast, fastest. Clean, cleanest. Cold, coldest. Nice, nicest. Out, outest. Okay. So and for example, red car is fastest in the world. Okay. Okay, so the adjectives that end with a vowel and consonant, like here's hot and thin, we double the final letter before adding the s. Okay, for example, the adjective hot, we add we add the double t. Okay, because end with vowel and consonant, h o t. Okay, vowel and consonant. And we add the double T, hostess. And the tune is the same. Tune, nest. Okay? We add double N in this case, nest. Okay? For example, Russia is the biggest country in the world. Okay? Russia is the biggest country in the world. So another rule about superlative is when using short word with one syllable, we'll delete J and add ES. Okay? For example, in this case, this adjective and with J and we delete J and we add ES. Okay? For example, angry, angriest, healthy, healthiest. Okay? We delete the letter J. Okay? And we add the EST. Happy, happiest. Nice, nicest. Crazy, craziest. Okay? So, for example, David is the angriest man in the class. Okay? David is the angriest man in the class. So, another rule is when using long words that has three or more syllables, we add the most plus adjective. For example, he is the most intelligent student in the class. Okay, and this adjective intelligent has more syllables. Okay, and we add the most. Okay, another example is she is the most beautiful girl beau- in the world. Okay, and the structure is subject plus verb plus the most plus adjective plus object. Okay, the most and object is beautiful and intelligent. Okay, and the object is students in the class and guard in the world. Okay? Superlatives is when we use the irregular adjectives. The irregular adjectives, these irregular adjectives totally change. For example, good change to best, bad change to worse, far change to further, and little change to less. Okay? In the regular adjectives, you need to learn because it's different adjectives. Okay? For example, John is the best assistant in the office. Okay? So the structure is this is subject plus verb plus the particular D plus adjective best in this case and object assistant in the office. Okay, this is an example about superlatives with irregular adjectives. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thanks for your attention and see you students